Ringing up Jonathan Smith.
Hello, you've reached the voicemail of Jonathan Smith at DWF Law. I'm sorry I'm unable to take your call at the moment. If you'd like to leave your name and number, I will of course get back in touch with you as soon as I am able. Thank you.
Please leave your message after the tone. To re-record your message, key hash at any time.
Yes, hello, good morning, Mr. Smith. It's Mr. Hussain here, once again, leaving yourself another daily message like a broken record. Today's message number 153. I've left you 152 previous messages from the 18th of October 2023, and today is the 19th of March 2024, and the time is 10 o'clock in the morning. And once again, leaving yourself another daily message asking you to engage with me. However, the matter is now coming to an end, isn't it? Because you've managed to buy off the judges, you've managed to put up bailiffs in place, you've managed to achieve all this without my involvement, without my engagement, and like I said, this is one of the reasons that your predecessor Kate just refused to engage with me. You see, I'm being subjected to a fraud. It's quite clearly a fraud because I'm losing out substantial money. I've failed to make any representation in these proceedings. You can't simply say, you didn't turn up and therefore we're going to pull a fast one. The judge failed to attend a hearing previously on the 17th of October, didn't he? Why did she vacate the hearing? Or because of a personal issue? Or was it the fact that I put an application in saying I wanted to record the hearings? And you know, outside of the courtroom, I do record conversations like with yourself, like this conversation which you've then tried to unpublicize, which you've then tried to have undermined and stuff. And then when the judge realized that I was within my rights to seek legal redress and permission, she vacated the hearing, and that was the reason that the vacating of the hearing on the 17th was vacated, in parallel to why the bail conditions were further extended. And then obviously in November, you've all colluded and conspired as a collective cabal to further target me and find out further ways to resolve the situation in your best interest after having abducted and kidnapped my brother. And so obviously the further hearing on the 16th of November was once again vacated and adjourned, through no application of myself or you, was it? It was because the judge had decided no, she didn't want to do that until there was something else in place to protect and safeguard them, the collective cabal, from my obviously subsequent application. So the malicious and vindictive limited restraint order was put in place in order to achieve your objectives. You hadn't made an application for this, and neither had I made an application. Or who had made an application for the judge to put a limited civil restraint order in place? It was simply so that you could win this case. That is the fraud there, the limited civil restraint order that was deemed necessary because I was looking to expose the fraud and corruption I was being subjected to in the courts. So therefore you have all colluded and conspired to restrict my ability to represent myself in these proceedings, and that gave you the green light, because you know, Mr. Smith, that is clearly a fraudulent instrument. Then giving you the green light to abuse me as much as you want. Why did you need to do a gas safety inspection if you know you were going to take possession of the property and that I had no legal defense in this case? Of course there's defense in this case. This is one of the reasons that you were trying to convince me to put a defense in, so you can simply say there is no defense and therefore we can win this case. This is just completely ridiculous and fraudulent and malevolent, and it just shows you the level of fraud and corruption that you're all subjecting me and my brother to. It's been now 224 days that I have no idea whether my brother's alive or whether he's dead. So much for Western liberal democracy and Western values, innit? What are these Western values of liberty and freedom when my brother's been kidnapped in this manner and held hostage? I urge you to contact me to let me know. Well, like I said, you don't need to do anything, do you? You've achieved what you wanted. You've managed to get a £25,000 liability upon me. The council have equally got a £5,000 council tax liability on me. It's all basically targeting and victimizing me, isn't it? And then subsequently at the last minute, you've withdrawn your claim against my brother because he's no longer at the property without establishing what his permanent place of...
in 10 seconds.
Without having fully established where his permanent place of residence is. You're colluding with the judges, the courts, and the council. You know it and I know it, and unfortunately there's nothing I can do about it because you're all part of the same cabal.
Message has reached maximum length. Message deposited. Thank you for calling. Goodbye.
They're all part of the same illegal cabal, unlawful and legal cabal that's working to my detriment, my family's detriment.